Hello everyone, my name is Verax. Welcome to Let's Play Fallout 3 Broken Steel, Ironman style, or Iron Woman, Iron Person, to be all PC about it. This is a follow-up LP to another LP that I did, in which I played Fallout 3, the main quest, and a few other little things, but mostly the main quest without dying. I played it on normal mode, and that's what this is going to be. It's going to be a normal mode. And I played it as a female character who was a bit of a sniper, a bit of a sneak, light roleplay, and so I try and not act out of character and gain too many things, do things that my character wouldn't want to do. She's basically a good person, you know. And yeah, we did it, and it was a success, so hooray. And I'm going to follow it up with Broken Steel. Now, I haven't played Broken Steel in a bloody long time. I remember it being very, very difficult, so this should be interesting. We're going to have a look at our character when we get into the actual LP itself. Before that, though, I want to just address something that happened at the end of the last LP, which was this.
Wow. You know what? Just stop.
You're in over your head, I'm afraid. But this is the path you choose for yourself.
So, what we saw there was, on the second last episode of the LP, it skips. Nobody regrets that happening more than me, I assure you. Now, if you think that I cheated, there's not a whole lot I can do to dissuade you from that, because I don't actually have any proof, but there are two things that I want to say here. The first is that the whole point of these videos is to ascertain whether someone who plays the game sensibly, who knows a little bit about it and is vaguely competent with the game, and like I say, plays it sensibly, collects lots of items, keeps stockpiled on healing and everything, can finish the game without dying, because technically that should be possible in any game. And by that stage in the game, we're already at the end game, so we've already found out that yes, you can get to the end of the game and complete it, if you're not an idiot and running there guns blazing and are a bit silly, really. But secondly, and possibly more importantly, is that I don't really gain any pride from being good at games. I don't really think that Fallout 3 is a difficult game, having done the last LP. I only came close to dying once, and that was when I got caught short without any stim packs. I had to run to Megaton to get some more. So even if I did take pride in being a good gamer, this is not something I would take pride in. But I don't. I do spend a lot of time on my channel, but I do it to entertain and to show my experiences. And to think that I would gain some sort of kick out of dying and then re-editing it so that it looks like an editing error, and then lying about it in order to tell people on the internet that I did it, to get some sort of kick out of that, that is not me. It's not what I'm about. Now, whether you believe that or not is up to you, but that's my case for it, and I couldn't really address that at the end of the last LP because it was recorded, so, you know, thought I'd do it now instead. So, with that out of the way, we're going to start Broken Steel. Now, as I said, we're playing as a female character, light roleplay, so I don't like fast travelling unless I'm going back to a place that I've just travelled from. So, for example, Megaton, and then I go somewhere and I do the thing, I would probably fast travel back to Megaton because I've just walked the whole way, so there's no point walking back. But other than that, not a lot more to say, I don't think. Like I say, I'm playing it on the normal modes. There we go, normal. Now, when we start this, we will see the end game of Fallout 3, because I've saved it just at that point. Our character is pumped up on drugs, because that's what I did at the end of the game in order to get through it and make sure I didn't die. And yeah, so I'm going to make it as cinematic as possible. So we're going to see the end of Fallout 3. So spoiler warning, people who don't want to see that, obviously. And then we're going to see the end cutscene, and then Broken Steel will kick in, and then we'll start the LP again. So I am going to switch my microphone off, and I'm going to make this as cinematic as possible. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoy the LP. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.
Well, that takes care of that. By now, the Pride should be mopping up whatever opposition is left outside. Let's get this room secured.
Hello? Hello, is anyone there? Dr. Lee, something's
Dr.
wrong with
Lee,
the purifier.
it's Sarah Lyons. I'm in the control room. We're both here. What's going on?
I've been monitoring the equipment remotely, and we have a serious problem. The facility has been damaged during the fighting. Some of it looks accidental, some of it may have been sabotage. There's pressure building up in the holding tanks. It needs to be released now, or else the whole facility could explode. To release the pressure, you're going to have to turn the purifier on. Do you understand me? It has to be turned on now. If I'm reading this right, I'm afraid there are lethal levels of radiation inside the chamber. I'm sorry. I wish there was some other way, but there's just no time. It has to be done now, or the damage will be catastrophic.
Well, so much for celebrating. One of us is going to have to go in there and turn the damn thing on. And whoever does it isn't coming back out. Not exactly how I imagined going out, you know? So, what should we do? Draw straws? If that's how you want to do this, fine. But be quick about it.
This is a dire predicament. What shall we do? Ah, of course. My immunity to radiation makes me a far better candidate for surviving in there. I would say that your destiny lies within that chamber, but you have already altered mine. The least I can do is return the favor, cycle the airlock, and we'll put an end to this.
If you're still there, the purifier needs to be activated now. You don't have much time left.
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101, intent on discovering the fate of a father who had once sacrificed the future of humanity for that of his only child. The capital wasteland proved a cruel, inhospitable place, but the lone wanderer refused to surrender to the vices that had claimed so many others. The values passed on from father to child, selflessness, compassion, honor, guided this noble soul through countless trials and triumphs. It was not until the end of this long road that the lone wanderer was faced with that greatest of virtues, sacrifice. But the child refused to follow the father's selfless example, instead allowing a true hero to venture into the irradiated control chamber of Project Purity. Thankfully, when selected by the sinister president to be his instrument of annihilation, the Wanderer refused. Humanity, with all its flaws, was deemed worthy of preservation. The waters of life flowed at last, free and pure for any and all. The capital wasteland, at long last, was saved. So ends the story of the Lone Wanderer, who stepped through the great door of Vault 101 and into the annals of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close, for the struggle of survival is a war without end. And war never changes.
After all this, to be left in a state like that? Careful now, careful. Don't move too quickly. Everything's fine, you're safe. You're in the Citadel. I was starting to think you might never wake up, despite assurances to the contrary. I've been coming down here every day to see both you and my daughter. It's good that at least one of you has recovered. Yes, she's fine. Oh, she will be. I appreciate your concern for her, but really don't worry. You've been through enough. Please. Relax. Everything is fine. You were brought back to the Citadel after some sort of energy spike in the purifier. You and Sarah were both knocked unconscious. Quite a bit has happened since then. Indeed it did. The tidal basin is full of fresh, clean water now. We've been working to see that it's distributed to as many people as possible across the wasteland. In fact, I'm hopeful that soon we won't be referring to the wasteland any longer. None of this would have been possible without the efforts of both you and your father. I doubt we shall ever be able to truly repay you. Just about 2 weeks. Don't worry, we've been taking good care of you. Yes, we most certainly did. Between your help in destroying their headquarters and their subsequent defeat at the Purifier, the Enclave was thrown into disarray. Liberty Prime has been assisting our forces in removing any remaining Enclave forces. Well, that's really up to you, isn't it? The Brotherhood has a clear plan of action. The remnants of the Enclave must be swept away. The Pride has been working to this end ever since we took the Purifier back. The only remaining question is whether we can count on you to help us.
Alright, I'm going to come in here and say welcome to Broken Steel. Want to reiterate what I said at the end of Fallout 3 as well, about the whole true hero stepping into the chamber. You know, that was written for Lions, for Sarah. You know, that wasn't written for Fox. I disagree with the whole true hero being Fox, because yeah, it was under no risk. So it's perfectly reasonable for your character to go, I could go in there and die, or I could send in someone in there who won't die. And, you know, so I don't really see that as a bad sort of demeaning trait for a character to do. I will needlessly sacrifice myself when there's a perfectly reasonable alternative that involves me not sacrificing myself. You know? So, want to get that off my chest because, you know, it kind of sucks. And of course, now we have to go. Is there any way I can help? Because this is the way to start Broken Steel, as I remember. I will also mention now, Fox is over here. I took Fox on at the end of Fallout 3. Right at the end, because for the reasons that I went into, I didn't want my character to die, honestly, and he provided a good sort of alternative to that. But I am going to ditch him now because he makes the game too easy. Is there any way I can help?
Indeed. We can use every able body available to us. To that end, I'm going to circumvent our standard recruitment procedures and declare you a Knight of the Brotherhood of Steel. Before you do anything else, please speak with Scribe Rothschild. I'm sure he'll be pleased to see you again. He can brief you on the details of the last few weeks, as well as where our efforts are focused now. I understand that you've been through quite an ordeal, but the sooner you can talk to him, the sooner we can put an end to all this.
Great, I leveled up. You'll also have noticed that as this kicked in, I got a load of withdrawals from like mentats or whatever, and that's because at the end, when I went into the sort of end area, whatever it was called, the memorial, I put myself full of drugs because it was the end of the game and I didn't want to die. And so I figured that would be a good way to ensure that I actually got through the game without dying at the very, very last second. And it worked. But I also became addicted to them. But I thought, meh, doesn't matter, you know, because I've finished. But now I've started again. And so, yeah. Gonna have to deal with that.